Our remorse flag is going to be to shut Heart Shuffle off, which is a good one. I enjoy that. Heart Shuffle sucks. Link to the past, Ken. It was opted to turn off Heart Shuffle. Hearts will be laying around. What that basically means is there is a flag in the randomizer where you can shuffle boss hearts. So basically, items can be anywhere on the floor in the place of the boss heart, as well as in staircases. So, for instance, in level 1, you could end up with 3 items and no heart containers, which can be really confusing and frustrating. So he has opted to turn that off.
All right, hey, it looks like we're ready to start. Once we get back to our other scene, maybe. Nice, there we are. Rage and quits, you can start us.
Which level is 5? That's a good question. It's the one that's shaped like a Z. It's almost like a 5, but not quite.
Yeah, I thought that they were on the other sides last time.
Yeah, they were. Interesting. We are trying to mess with people.
I thought, oh, no, they must be starting with Blue Ring. They're definitely starting with Blue Ring. Yep.
Yeah, or could be Red Ring. Depends on if they have Tunic Shuffle.
Nah. Redbirdgrad doesn't shuffle the the ring tunics, because then if he gets red ring, then he stays red tunic.
Ah. Well, that's no fun, but it makes sense. It thematically fits anyways.
It's funny that this is like, unless he buys blue ring, which I don't think he does very often, this is the only way that he cannot have a red tunic, basically. So
it 8 bombs. And what? That's 1 and some other stuff. So only 3 Triforces, so still could be in for a bit of a ride.
Sorry, I was a bit behind. Looks
And
like the sword not at start this time.
yeah, we do have vanilla shops though, so that's interesting.
Vanilla shops means that if Boomstick is on, we'll get 3 shops for it this time, or at least 3.
And there you go.
There's 1. Okay.
Well played, sir. Well played. And we have question mark levels again, and this looks like it could be second quest level 8.
Yeah, it's either second quest 8 or it's a shape. That's really the only options there.
Yeah, Redbird's like, yeah, no thanks. Goodbye.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, Xarnax is going to take a peek here. We have a staircase.
Nice swordless clip. Man, I'd at least go through the staircase. You work so hard to get in there, but it's understandable that he's going to bail. You could waste a lot of time doing absolutely nothing without a sword.
I mean, why play swordless if you don't volunteer for it, right? And generic hints this time around.
I don't know if any of our races have been finished without a sword in the non-swordless seeds. I certainly was hopeful I'd be able to finish one of my seeds without a sword, but...
Yeah, I don't think so either. Wow, hi, dungeon, and those are Wizard. And this is,
maybe 7?
Maybe 7, yeah. What a good set of dungeons to find early. So, I mean, the only thing better than full second quest is shapes first with second quest back half.
Where did Redbirdgrad get those bombs? Oh, they started
8 bombs. Which is interesting in and of itself. Yeah, that's gonna be a ladder block. Sorry, but
oh man, see, they have to go through that blue wizard room unless they get the ladder. So hopefully the ladder's in here.
yeah, and it's not 0 HP either. So, we don't know that, I guess, for sure. We've only bombed the wizard. At both dungeons, we do have to do them.
Not gonna bomb those wizard rooms.
Very interesting, and that is a green level 3. So second quest mixed, no extra candles. Let's go.
Oh man, that is the worst possible money situation and resources situation overall. This race could easily be longer than the last one was, even though they start with 3 Triforces this time.
Yeah, for sure. It's, yeah, no extra candles is definitely one of those stress-inducing flags sometimes. Is that candle shop can be I guess it can't be the rare shop in this case, but still, you have to find one. You have to get the 60 rupee.
Yeah, one of the biggest factors in my second race against, or maybe it was my first race against Saber. Oh, hey, Redbirdgrad found a sword at level 1. But we had a second quest mixed overworld, and I cleared the caves in a different order than he did, and so by the time I found a candle shop, I didn't have any money, and he had money when he got one, so...
Yeah, it definitely can happen that way, and it's kind of interesting. Level 1 is a lot of times a place that can be orphaned by runners because it's not exactly a efficient check, but both of them going to be hitting this and getting their sword pretty early, which is nice.
Yeah, I think I tend to put off one a lot more than some people. But if you're heading up towards the grave almost here, and you can screen scroll, then it makes perfect sense to
Yeah, that's true.
check one on way.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we do find our candle shop at the Forgotten Spot, so we do have that located. Now we just need to gather the necessary fundage. Unfortunately, Hyrule does not have any banks.
Looks like the armors are shuffled, so item might not even be up here, and it isn't.
But that is a red ring.
Wow.
That is interesting.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons, but kind of funny that they started with the blue ring and the red ring is so easily accessible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be the first time I've seen the red ring in the white sword location in a really long time. I don't know that I've seen that in this tournament yet.
I mean, the odds are pretty against it in this tournament.
But like, I mean, that's so much information just off of that one thing.
Right, for sure. That makes them a lot more likely to dig any dungeons outside of 9, because we know that there's a good chance that the silvers, too, could be outside of 9.
Yeah, like you were saying, start with the blue ring, find a red. It never fails. You get a blue ring, within 10 minutes you find the red ring. It's just the law of Zelda 1 randomizer. We're gonna farm some Kini. This isn't a bad idea. We can get some 5 rupee drops.
What I do like is getting some hits in on the getting before you right on. Oh, wow. Drop groups are shuffled.
Definitely shuffled. That is a lot of health. Oh, that's fantastic. That's just too good.
I don't think I've ever seen guineas in the bomb dropping group, but man, that would be a great way to get some bombs if they are.
I think I've seen it once, and it definitely is a good way to get some bombs. Be one of those cool situations where you get into where it's the full or the full start shuffle, and you start in the grave, and you've got those in the bomb groups. Be a great way to be able to fill up real.
I do like that Redbirdgrad did that, though, because that means that he might be thinking about, oh, I'm going to get a lot of money this seed, and it's possible that the overworld isn't going to give it to me. But curious, once he gets into dungeons, how many 5 rupees he's going to leave on the floor this time.
Right? I mean, at this point, you almost want to find a money-making game. Close to start, and try to be able to gamble a little bit to get that 60 rupees. So you're not orphaning a lot of spots as you walk through the over. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll have a red candle under the Armos.
It's a raft.
Never mind. It's just logs. Hey, last seed, that was important. So yeah, drop group shuffle both times, which is again always interesting as somebody watching. I don't necessarily like it so much as a player, but watching, it's always interesting to see how the runners adjust to the situation. I haven't seen a lot of force bombs in the first game. Not that they were in a lot of bomb trouble at any given point, but it's just one of those things where you got to be a little bit more self-conscious when you're in the dungeons, especially about your bomb count and where you can get bombs. Xarnax finds another level up here by the northeast in the bomb location. With some
the difference in the starting items is really going to make a big difference this time, I think. They started with white sword and any key last time, and why didn't Xarnax just up an A if he was going to leave the room?
Oh no!
Oh, our sword upgrades are replaced by bomb upgrades. So
yeah.
Not only are they not starting with white sword, they're gonna even see it in this seed.
Yeah, let's see what their ghost item is. It is! It's a heart container. That's unfortunate. I was hoping it was the red candle, because that would just be fantastic.
That's a heart in a boss room. Quite possible that dungeon drops aren't shuffled. Yeah, it looks like this is second quest 2 that Xarnax is in, so we got full second quest again.
And the chances of that.
Xarnax is bailing because he needs outer bombs, I guess, and he'll head back there once he gets me.
Hey, 46 for Redbird, getting closer. Ooh.
Oh, that hurts. Don't blame him. It's a good play. When you're under, 20, 30 rupees, the gambling becomes an even better play than it ever was before. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think you take that every time.
Whatever money you have.
Redbird hits a pay door also, so down to 27 rupees again. Feels bad, man. Alright, so Redbird gonna get the bad news that this is again full second quest.
Full second quest again just exacerbates the money problems because it's gonna make keys a much bigger scarcity resource. So could be having to buy some keys even in this one.
Yeah, and again, like they had, like you said, any key last time, which it makes second quest like a breeze compared to what it normally is. And these are really beefy blues.
And keys also rolled up. It looks like Xarnax went and picked up his red ring right away.
That's not a bad play. You got 20 hearts now. You basically don't need any hearts at all.
And now he's a red moblin.
I mean, every time he dies, you should get 4 bombs, right? Got drop group shuffle, it makes sense. And did everything roll up? Good grief.
Is Xarnax gonna try to clear this room of blue with ropes? Or is he just gonna kill these orange ones first and then we'll see what he decides to do after that?
He might be fishing for drops. I mean, I guess you could stand at the door and sword beat him. Nope, he's going hardcore, let's go.
Man, this is an interesting decision. Props to him if it works out.
I mean, he doesn't know that it's or that there's no white sword, but I mean, are you gonna get a red ring, or is it gonna get much better? Probably not. I mean, you could have some bombs.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to have bombs going in.
But hey, I mean, like you said, if this pays off, then kudos. You gotta clear the dungeon anyway. So I guess you might as well get it out of the way early. It's hard to eat pancakes with a knife.
Oh, I think we're key blocked in 2. That's the problem. It's not even bomb blocked. It's straight key block.
Well, that seems pretty normal. Oh my heavens! Would you look at that?
Oh, wand. Wow, that's the best combat item we're gonna get all game.
Yeah, yeah, 2 rooms in, paying off for Xarnax here. That's gonna give him a pretty hefty advantage in these dungeons.
If Xarnax can figure out a way to gamble, maybe he can pick up a boomstick, which would be amazing, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean wow. That would probably be my next play, right? Find a money-making game. I mean, he knows where one is. It's just not close to start, but get that 200 rupees for a book. That's gonna clear up everything really fast.
Oh, nicely done by Redbird with the Canaan key. Now he's gotta not die to these ropes to make it all futile. Oh, he should go back through the door to save that it's open.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. Not a big deal. Yeah, this wand is gonna substantially increase Xarnax's clear speed. And even gels rolled up. Come on now. And they drop health. And we have... Oh, hi. That's a bow.
That was pretty close to start. I can't imagine that Xarnax won't also find that, but maybe. Definitely an advantage for Redbird. Of course, buying arrows would be a pretty big order at this point as well.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if arrows are required and meat's required, and there's so many things that could go wrong in second quests that are actually go wrong in the vanilla game, where you have to spend so much. Keys and a book. There's a lot of decisions to make. Yeah, go back for that, Redbird. You want that. All the bombs. And our item is high. Well, there you go. Silver's in whatever dungeon this is. Level 1? No, it can't be 1. It has a staircase.
No,
I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea where he is.
4? I mean, 4 seems like the only thing that might fit that shape. Yeah, it's got to be 4 because he's in a little D open spot. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, crazy. And that's so Xarnax is digging in a dungeon that we don't need a Triforce for, and digs out the silvers. How big is that going to be come time for Ganon to be required?
It sure seems like it could potentially be pretty big, but I wonder if he
I think
he doesn't need this Triforce, or if he's just making a play.
I would assume.
You think if you were making a play, you would just leave after the silvers. Like,
yeah.
I feel confident with that advantage.
Yeah, I would assume. I think this is just a case of misreading the Triforces, which has happened to many of people multiple times. So it happens. Certainly is finding all the stairs pretty quick though. Might be able to find both these items pretty fast. Probably be pretty disappointed though if he ends up finding that Triforce and doesn't need it. The other item as well. Okay, well, I don't know. When you okay, so again, there was a race where I didn't need a Triforce and I got an item that was required to beat the seed. This could be great. Maybe he just dug it. No, he knows he doesn't need the Triforce. He just made a play. Or now he's checking. Okay, now maybe? Yes? No? Do I need it? Nope, I don't need it.
Alright, yeah. It took him some convincing. He haven't even looked back at it for a second as he was walking to the screen.
Wow. Silvers and freaking ladder in a dungeon we don't need. That sounds like typical random percent. Unbelievable.
And
mean,
that
this
ladder
is
could definitely be required. Oh no, I was going to say in 7, but we've already seen the Triforce item in 7, so that is not the case.
it could be required here in 8. Certainly make things a little bit easier.
Oh yeah. So have the Triforces all been in Triforce rooms so far?
Yes.
Are dungeon drops not shuffled? Okay, all right. So Xarnax is looking purely for items and Triforce rooms, I guess.
Redbird buys a candle, so we finally have got a candle in inventory. Maybe that will be it, right? Maybe it'll be the fact that Xarnax can't get rupees for a candle. Well, what? Come on, game.
I don't think this can have a drop. The game works in mysterious ways sometimes, but if it's a remove open staircases thing, then the drop would be on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know at what point we'd see Redbird. I mean, there's no ladder block. Basically, you know, if you kind of observe it from this point, you have to think that Ganon's going to have to not be required with the ladder blocks for RBG to have a good shot at winning this. I mean, obviously it's still pretty even at this point, but the ladder and the silvers and 4 is a pretty big thing for Xarnax. Especially with second quest dungeons, there's so many locations that can be ladder blocked between level 5 and 8. It can be really tough to deal with.
Yeah, I'm not sure the second quest makes a ladder block more likely. We do have some potential ladder block spots on the overworld too as well, though, so that's a thing.
Yeah. I was just saying those 2 particular dungeons, they've got you know, narrow spots that can tend to cramp you up sometime. Obviously, it depends on where the rooms roll. But... Hey, a key! We need those. And this is what level is this? 7? No, this isn't 7.
That Redbird's in?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This 4?
I would be pretty surprised if you chose to dig 4 as well. Although, could just blame that on.
This is 4. No, this is definitely 4.
Huh.
So Fury, I love it. Fury said in the chat, well, RBG's going to confuse 4 and 5 anyway, so he's going to dig it. Looks like this is the case. No wand. Gonna be a little bit slower, but interesting nonetheless. Maybe just kind of making the play from last time where stuff was in 4. Let's go dig it.
Or maybe he's not convinced of which level it is yet.
Could be. Or colors. No, can't be. Oh, Xarnax in here?
He's an 8?
Oh, yeah, dungeons are not. There's Triforce.
Oh, I'd go up first for sure.
Yeah,
If you've made your way to this small corner of the level, see if you can get up there.
Redbird 100% knows this is level 4 and is 100% digging it. So this will pay off for him. He'll at least he'll find the silvers here, and if he continues to dig, he will find the ladder. And then hopefully he will discover that he does not need the Triforce.
If he doesn't die. I look something into the block that'll make things a little safer for him. I'm not sure what Xarnax is doing. Thinking.
possibly looking for some bombs. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, he needs money, right? He does not have a candle.
Yeah,
so,
he could still do like Death Mountain though, I think, right?
I mean, it looks like he might be going to the coast here.
Yeah, some spots to bomb here.
Yeah. Death Mountain is the logical play, like you're saying. Or just come here, grab 10 rupees, get pretty close to what you need. Alright, so did Redbird get his silvers? Oh no, that's a transport that he found, so not sure where he's at in the level in comparison. And there's the money for a candle, so just what he needed. That will clue Redbird in that he does not need this Triforce. He's still digging, so very interesting. Just kind of making a play that, hey, I want to dig level 4 because it might have something useful.
Xarnax 4 was much faster than what it's turning out to be for Redbird as well, I think.
Oh yeah, in all the wrong places. At this point, you're so invested, you're gonna stick to it.
And of course, he doesn't have the wand. You're breaking up or something a little funny, hey Jen. I don't know what the deal is.
I wanted to be a robot for a little bit. I'm sorry. Hopefully, my connection's better.
Sounds good so far.
Yeah, so fortunately, Redbird is committed to this. Wonder if he'll get the ladder and bail. Would be kind of interesting. I don't know if you bail if you get the silvers, but I mean, maybe you do. I mean, those are both items worthy of bailing. Gels off the Zol's dropping bombs. That's an interesting situation. So Xarnax with a candle, making his round around the coast. Finds a dungeon on the coast. This is it's a dungeon. 5? This might be 5. Certainly not a lot of options left. Boy, has Redbird not seen either item yet? That's unfortunate.
I think that black room has the compass if Xarnax wants to grind for it, but that's his choice. A bunch of blue darkness to kill for it. I wouldn't take the compass, I would just take the Triforce instead.
Yeah, just fail. Oh man, poor RBG. He's finding every room but the 2 item rooms. Alright, I think this was the ladder. So we'll see if he bails after finding this. I mean, you've got so few rooms left. I may just go ahead and dig for the second item here with, I don't know, he's probably got 3 or 4 rooms left in this 4. A heart container for Xarnax.
I think the biggest item question outstanding is definitely the recorder now. That's something that could certainly come into play here. Find our last few remaining dungeons.
Alright, so Redbird digs a ladder, leaves silvers. And so yeah, I mean, if Ganon's required, Xarnax probably has this in the bag. If not, it's fairly even. I mean, other than there's a couple Triforce difference, but
Yeah, Xarnax definitely has a Triforce edge here, but not a huge edge. I mean, 8 was a somewhat lengthy dig. 7 was super short. The ladder in 7 could actually lead Redbirdgrad to the wrong direction and make him spend a lot more time in there, I think.
this is so true. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't see him going left to clear Wizrobes, so he's probably not going to get the wand either.
I mean, he might eventually, but yeah, we'll see what happens when he gets in there, I guess.
Well, very interesting that both players, at least seemingly, dug level 4 knowing that they did not need the Triforce, and it turned out to be a good decision.
With the number of times that Xarnax looked at his Triforce and paused on that screen, he may have thought he needed the Triforce and then had to convince himself that maybe he didn't. I like that they're on the same screen.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe the same thing happened with Redbird, and after he had that cup, he's like, all right, well, I can go hit these 6 or 7 rooms, and then I'll bait. Who knows? But I mean, a ladder for both of them. Don't know if it's required, but it certainly is helpful.
So Redbird is at least going to find one of the dungeons he's missing pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
He has seen 7 and 8. He just needs to go back to those.
2 and 3 outstanding, and like you were saying, Recorder could be required with a mixed overworld, especially with I think it's 11 Recorder spots. There's a lot that you can be found, and a Power Bracelet also mixed in the group as well with a lot more. So there's a lot of spots that dungeons can be hidden.
Xarnax should have known that was the magical sword bomb upgrade there, since he got the red ring from the old man, but he may have just slipped his mind. Doesn't Redbirdgrad have the Triforce from 2? Did
Nope.
he get the bow and not the Triforce?
It doesn't show a Triforce there. Yeah. Ladder block.
Oh, the Triforce is ladder blocked? Okay.
It makes a little bit more sense. Why
That's... Yeah, exactly. Just unfortunate for him, the order that he found those items, if cannon's required. Silvers could be a nice thing to have regardless, too. They might mean that, like, Xarnax doesn't have to purchase arrows if there's a coma block somewhere, perhaps.
Old voice. Don't have to deal with those. There's nothing worse than dealing with a room of Pole's voice with a sword.
Yeah. So the thing that could help Redbirdgrad out the most is if Xarnax doesn't dig this item, but I think that's highly unlikely.
Be sure it's on the path to the Triforce. It's hard to miss.
I think the item was up in the upper left part after Redbirdgrad went through a transport staircase.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's the Triforce. Maybe he just failed.
He's not.
Maybe?
He's not grabbing it yet, though. He's gonna go through here, and then let's see what he decides to do after that.
Redbird is N5 taking out the item. So this could be a Recorder or a Power Bracelet, which might be important. Oh man, getting bossed, man. What a jerk. Good thing
It's
I
the
have a
vanilla bosses from second quest 2 as well. Oh, Xarnax is going back to the Triforce.
Yeah.
That's big.
Interesting, you know? Kind of got half the pieces for both guys here.
Yeah.
Man.
But if we get into a situation... Oh, is that a bow blocking?
Could be.
If we get into a situation where we have to dig both the bow and the silvers, you gotta like Xarnax's odds of getting the bow out of 2 better than Redbird's getting the arrows out of 4. Though he did say, I asked him last race where he would have gone back for the bow, and he said he would have gone back to 4, where the bow was.
Yeah.
Oh, Xarnax went back in.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah.
Then he's not at a bow disadvantage, because he's going to get it right here.
Yeah, big play. Redbird trying to figure out where he could go in this 5. We'll have to take the stair back down and then hope that he can get somewhere. Be unfortunate if it is that one room that is bow blocked and it happens to be a recorder or a power bracelet that's required.
Did we see 3? I'm not sure we've seen 3.
We have not seen them. I will laugh if it is in the same exact location it was last seed.
Oh, hey, successful gambling for Xarnax. That's big news, considering he's a little closer to that boomstick now. Oh, recorder in 5 for Redbirdgrad?
Okay. I mean, 3 could be recorder blocked. There are still a lot of spots that it could be elsewise, but also could be recorder to unbeaten dungeons, so this could be really good for him. Which is not the case. It is recorder to beaten dungeons.
Beaten and old locations, so yeah.
Could be either or.
Is that where the dungeon was, or is that...
Yeah, that's where second quest 4 is at, so it could be either or.
Oh, I thought that... I thought that there was a dungeon at the... There's not a dungeon at that spot, though, is there? No, it's old locations.
Yeah, but second quest 4, the 4 was on that raft location.
But, oh, I thought 4 was at the, I thought it was at the northeast corner. Maybe I got
Level
mixed
3.
up.
Nope. No 3. Yeah, so this recorder needs to pay off for Redbird. And Ganon needs to not be required. And there's level 3.
Yeah, we have not seen 9 yet, though, have we?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, good grief. There's the Triforce.
Wow.
Let's go.
I think I would probably give a little peek in here for the item, though.
Yeah, I mean, even just on the option chances of any key, we only got 3 keys, but he's gonna bail.
Who knows? Maybe 9 will show up soon. I don't know. We've got all of Death Mountain. And then we could just come right back there after exploring the rest of Death Mountain, I guess.
Yeah. If you're Redbird at this point, you have to hope that it's recorder blocked.
Guess what time it is? It's boomstick time.
Boomstick time! Yeah, as if he didn't have a big enough advantage already.
There is a money-making game, one screen from start as well. If we need to or want to do some gambling, it's a perfectly viable option. Oh, Redbirdgrad is going south in 7. I don't know if he tried to go north or what, but he's gonna apparently kill these blue wizards. So that's good news for him because this is the way he needs to go. Yeah, he didn't even pick up the map, so I don't know why he decided to go this way first, but well, here we are. And he's almost certainly going to get his Triforce, and we'll see, but I would guess he's going to get the 9, or the 1, sorry.
I think the answer to that question is it's level 7, so you always go the way you should never go in order to find things that way you should. At least that's Redbird's kind of motive on it, I think. It's kind of what I do too. It's like, well, there's wizards here, so this must be the correct direction, right? So we're down to, what, 5 bomb locations? And 1 bomb for Xarnax.
It's funny, these aren't vanilla enemies, but they're awfully vanilla-like in the types of enemies we're finding here.
Oh yeah, very much. Line up some enemies here.
I have to imagine that Xarnax is... Oh, yeah, that's right. He was trying to open it with a... Now he's gonna try to bait one up there. Let's see. I think he's gonna get this, but... Oh, he got frustrated.
Screw it, we're gonna pull him up. We're done. Oh man, so he's just gonna... Yeah, it's time loss. It's unfortunate.
Maybe he'll buy some bombs now, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be the smart play. Yeah, so Redbird gets his wand. You couldn't go that way, so you have to go through this the staircase. I don't remember where the Triforce was, I'll be honest with you.
The Triforce was like a room from the wand, I thought. I thought it was super close, but...
Wait, he already has the 1 out of 7. If you're back at 8, might be back. Or I don't know what. I'm confused. He has the 7 Triforce marked, and he has the wand. He must have zipped over to level 8, which is fair. Don't take this! Don't! Oh, you wanted to go right. You wanted to go right before. Like Redbird would ever listen to me 7, 8 times. Come on now. Alright, so Xarnax down in the Dead Woods. Gonna check out these spots down here. He hasn't burned here first. So that's a good play. Unfortunately, no 9 is not here.
I'm still surprised he hasn't bought any bombs yet. I have to imagine that's going to be on his radar soon.
Yeah, for sure. Like the drop group shuffle can be such a pain. I don't know why he's not killing these Octoroks. I think they're bomb droppers, if I remember correct. So it's kind of odd that we're not clearing those, but... But yeah, bombs here. Nope, no bombs. There's a book, but we already got that.
Yeah, Redbird is looking really nice on keys, up to 7.
Bears. Yeah, 7's a good place. He's, just not finding this Triforce though. Spending a lot. I mean, I guess Xarnax spent quite a bit of time here as well. I mean, he knows where level 2 is. He knows how to get to that Triforce pretty quick. Just has to find level 3.
Two factors here. I think that Xarnax of course got the wand earlier, and then Xarnax, going back to that number of keys thing, I think Xarnax was clearing fewer rooms because he realized that the dungeon drops weren't shuffled. So, oh, we got a magic boomerang of 8. I think the best thing Redbirdgrad could find right now would be a power bracelet.
Yeah. Down to 2 bomb locations, and I think we need one. Or a recorder, one of the 2 things.
Nice little double there.
Sorry, 1. That wasn't any road. So this level 9 is here. We need something. And we need something. Oh, hi. That's an any key. That's a great find.
Yeah, not so great when you've got 7. It'd be better for Xarnax at 3, but 7 probably would have been enough to get him through the rest of the seed, really.
Yeah.
So I would go back to 3 if I'm Xarnax, and that could have the power bracelet. That'd be interesting.
I mean, it almost has to at this point. It's either the power bracelet or the wood boomerang. So worst case scenario, I guess red candle is also on the table.
He is not going in there yet. Did he not bomb somewhere over here, or what was over here? Maybe he mismarked where 3 was.
Redbird on the path. He's about 7 rooms away, if he can go this direction. Which he might not be able to. I do know that he tracks level 8, so he should be able to know. Well, there's a compass. That's going to be helpful. And now he has the information. I think he tracks level 8, so he should know what staircase to take to get back over there.
Yeah, so the worst thing that could happen for Xarnax at this point, and what you want to see happen if you're a Redbird fan, I guess, is Xarnax going into 8, because even though the magic key would be useful, it's a lot of time spent for 2 things that are definitely not required.
Yeah, and I mean, power bracelet level 3. So Xarnax going to spend a decent chunk of time checking the overworld. So you also, if you're a Redbird fan, want the recorder to be the item required to find level 9. Because if it is the power bracelet, then Xarnax is well upon his way.
Yeah, for sure. Then Xarnax almost has this in the bag if it's the power bracelet that we needed. Man, recorder in 5 though, you'd have to think that 5 is one of the first dungeons that Xarnax will check next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Outside of 8, and I guess there's level 6, but who wants to check?
Something bad that could happen, I suppose, is if the power bracelet unlocks 1, and there can't be anything required in 1. I don't believe so.
This is true. There it is. It is, wow. It is under a recorder spot.
Okay, fair enough. So a little more time wasted for Xarnax here. Or, no, he's already done with recorder spots, isn't he? So he's going to be... Or... Oh, he's going to head over to the other second quest, or other Duck Mountain recorder or power bracelet spots.
The real question is going to be, how much time Redbird spend checking the recorder locations for level 3 instead of bombing Deathmatch?
Yeah, that from this point on, the recorder is just a waste of time. Like, the recorder could unlock level 1, and maybe he'll decide to dig level 1. So, kind of the opposite of what I was just suggesting a second ago, I guess.
I don't know how much East Redbird has left either. don't think there's a lot. Level 2 is up here, if I remember correctly, so I'll probably do this and then head towards Death Mountain would be the play I would guess you would.
Oh, 9 was on the screen we started on, wasn't it?
Pretty close to it. Yeah, I think it's the recorder spot close to start.
Yeah, I think that's the screen we started on, so. Is Xarnax back in 5?
Orange Dungeon. I don't recognize Orange Dungeon. This would be 1. Looks like 1.
Oh, well, if this is 1, I certainly don't blame him for digging it. Yeah, it's gotta be 1.
Level on the river would
clip,
be level. This could be like you know you were talking about worst case scenario. This is it. We're spending time in a dungeon that can absolutely not have what we need, but there's no way for him to know that.
Yeah, not only is it not going to have what we need, it's not going to have anything we would even want.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we have left?
Boomerang, red candle, and shield.
Oh, well, maybe Xarnax would be happy with the shield. I don't know. It's crazy like that.
All the bombs. Doesn't want it. Doesn't care. Don't need it. There's a Triforce. Even worse. Alright, so... how long before RBG makes it to Death Mountain before Xarnax chooses level 5 and is Ganon required? All things we are eagerly waiting. Imagine he's going to go south, check this recorder spot, then whistle the 1? I would imagine I would whistle the 1. And then head towards Death Mountain, which means he pretty quickly would find what he's looking for there. So this is pretty interesting. I think at the end of the day, this is all going to come down to whether Ganon's required or not again.
Well, Xarnax is finding 5, or going back to 5, I would imagine. Does anyone know where 5 is?
It's out of place.
What's that?
It's out of place. I honestly don't know. I don't remember it was on the coast.
Oh, you were breaking up there again.
Level 8, so he's gonna dig 8 first.
Oh, that's bad news for him.
Well, I mean, it could be anything, but yeah, it obviously is bad. This is really bad news because Redbird just found level 1. And he's going to dig it. I mean, the only thing for him is silvers, or I guess power bracelet too. I don't know. Would you dig this dungeon knowing that you have as many spots as you have left, or would you bail?
Yeah, probably. Between the combination of the silvers and the power bracelet, and you're going to be going up on Death Mountain, it'd be nice to check the power bracelet spots while you're there and not have to double back for them.
Yeah. Alright, so Xarnax is taking some time in here. Level 5 was on the coast, maybe? I really don't remember, Jacob. I think it might have been down on the coast, though. And both items in 8 are up there. I think one's under the V and one's under, like, the second or first E, one of those two things. They're, like, next to each other, but getting there is the problem. Real Sam Gamgee saying in chat that RPG took a dig dogger blocked staircase, so that could play into some things as well. It only blocked the trick. Okay. Thank you, chat, for being awesome as always. We would not be able to survive without you. Xarnax gonna blow a potion. Doesn't want to deal with reverse controls anymore. Can't say that I blame him. Oh no! RBG's bombless and has to bail on level 1. It's gonna be a good thing.
Well, it's a kind of a good thing, but he also needs bombs for getting into level 3, so that's the bad part.
Nothing's gonna give him bombs. That sucks. He does know where a bomb shop is, at least, if he is marking things. So go west here twice and south once, and he'll have a bomb shop at least.
You could also just farm up another 93 rupees and get that boomstick.
Yeah. I mean, we're not in a race or anything. That still doesn't help him on the overworld. Oh no! No!
What's that?
He's going to West Death Mountain first.
Well, I mean, that's only going to take him a minute or so to check these and head back that way.
I know, it's just
you can't blame him for going this way.
Oh no, everybody would do it. Man, I'm trying to hype up the situation.
I think at this point, Redbirdgrad has a little edge, if Ganon's not required.
Yeah, if Ganon is not required, I would agree. If he is, then, I mean, there's not a lot of places left for Redbird to check anyways. He's already cleared 7 and 8. I mean, it's basically 6 and 1 and 4. So...
You'd have to imagine he goes back to 1 first, though, for sure.
And Xarnax, look at that. 0 keys, finds the any key, value.
That was well planned.
So that one was under the L. I think the next one is here under the V. So he's going to get out of here fairly quick. You have to imagine 5's the next place he goes.
Where else could he even go? Well, he's found the rest of the items in the game, hasn't he?
Level 6.
Oh, 6. Yeah, I guess neither of them saw the item in 6.
My process of elimination has to be... We didn't need level 6 either, if I remember correctly. So I don't know that have we... Where was it? I don't remember where... If I remember right, 5 is along the coast down here, so he is making the play. I don't think we've seen 6 either.
Yeah, 6 might be recorder blocked as well, which is, you know, obviously fantastic news for Xarnax, because he doesn't even have that option to do incorrectly.
It's going to basically come down to... And I mean... Yeah, so if you're Xarnax, you get the recorder, you up an A, the very first screen you check is going to be level 9.
Yeah,
so it's take him more...
he might do the spots in the area while he's here.
I guess it's your take on whether or not you want to just save or go ahead and check level 2 in the coast spot. Alright, so level 3 for Redbird. Goes down. He's got a Triforce. Grab it. Do you come back? What do you do? I think you shake it and go.
I mean, I would just take a little look for the silvers. We already saw the 9 or the red ring outside of 9, so looks like he's going in though. So it very well could come down to whether Ganon is required. In which case, Xarnax would have a huge advantage. Whether Ganon, yeah. But we do have a second quest 9 here, so this could be really fast if Ganon is not required. Like last time.
get bubbled. Ooh, not a nice room. Only 2 bombs too. Yeah, well, 1 now.
Yeah, that boomstick is also going to be a big advantage for Xarnax whenever he gets into 9. If there are any combat issues.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you have to clear a Whisperer Broom, all of a sudden the boomstick value is through the roof.
Redbird might be looking around here a little bit for silvers as well, so that's not something that's going to pay off for him.
Nope, but he could get a shield and a boomerang. Or maybe a red candle, I suppose.
Yeah, red candle. Saw that boomerang in 1.
Yeah, that's right. Red candle.
Alright, now what does Xarnax do? He's got his recorder. Let's see the play he makes.
You are correct, sir. And there is a compass for Redbirdgrad. And she is really darn close.
Yeah, just definitely just almost 100% comes down to whether gaining is required. Bomb in, that doesn't work, no surprise there. Oh, Xarnax right back at start. He's going in.
Baby. Alright, this is the moment of truth. And of course, that's a dark room. Why not? Oh no!
Well, the shutter could open in theory, but I think it's pretty unlikely. Looks likely that Ganon's required to me. And we hear a roar on Xarnax's side, so Ganon is right here.
Oh, yep, Ganon required.
I think that's GG to Xarnax.
Redbird searching 9, which is understandable. Yeah, so yeah. The play into 4, man. Wow. The mistaken play into 4 on top of it.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him about that, of course. I mean, Redbird kind of did the same thing in the previous race, though, right? So, I don't know. We've had a lot of weird stuff happening in Second Quest 4 in this race. Or in this series, I guess. Xarnax has temporarily forgotten Ganon because he found the compass, so let's see if... Probably gonna open A eventually or something, I don't know.
There it is. And I mean, the statistical play, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. There's only 1 left, but you're here, so there's no reason to leave to go to level 4 when you got 1 item left here.
Yeah, and like I said, even if Redbird leaves, he's surely going to go to 1 first. Unless he really feels he's behind, but I don't know that he would necessarily be justified in feeling really behind.
I mean, you had to dig the recorder out of 5. Which required a ladder out of 4, which you didn't have to go to, and you're an hour into level 9. I don't know that I would necessarily feel that.
I believe it was Chestrick that called that 0 HP Ganon.
Only seems proper. Oh yeah, Zelda's just like 2 rooms to the left. That's pretty awesome. Well, get your GGs in chat for Xarnax, forcing a game 3. Good stuff.
Hey, joining us, we have the winner, Xarnax42. GG.
Whew, thank you.
Good game, man.
Hey, good game.
Interesting one for sure. Both these games were pretty interesting.
Yeah, man, both of them. I felt like I was making some really lucky finds early. I think I got the ladder relatively early in both of them, and silvers, and then there was something in each of them that just had me stuck running around everywhere. I was, man, as soon as I got my last Triforce and was just clearing the entire overworld looking for an eye, and I was sweating the entire time.
So, Redbirdgrad is here as well. GG as well.
Yeah, GG's, man.
So both of you, dug level 4. I think Redbirdgrad was probably looking for that ladder since he knew it was required already. But Xarnax, you want to talk about that a little bit?
I don't think I identified what level that was until I got the Triforce.
Oh,
I don't
really?
Man, I think things are blending together. I'm not entirely. I don't remember what I was thinking through a lot of what was going on. Yeah.
After you left 4, you spent a long time looking at your Triforce and then looking at the level and then almost doubling back in, and like it looked like maybe you had confused it. Like
oh wait, no, I never got the Triforce out of 4.
No, I don't think you did.
I think, yeah, no, I do remember now. I don't know what made me dig it, except that I was still trying to figure out what level I was in, maybe, or either that, or I was thinking I got the raft fairly early, and the ladder. No, I'm mixing things. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, I feel like maybe I was thinking like just gambling, like if there's something in here and it pays off, then I'm in great shape. But man, I honestly don't remember what was going through my mind at all.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially when you get back-to-back seeds with second quest and
hidden dungeon numbers on both of them too.
Oh yeah, horrible. It's really funny because in the first seed, RBG thought he needed something. He thought he needed the Triforce out of 4, and it wasn't 4; it was 5 that he needed. But still got the ladder. And then it kind of seemed a little bit the same way here, where you thought maybe you needed the Triforce out of 4, but you didn't. But you ended up with ladder and the silvers. So it worked out for both of you in different ways in 2 different seeds. And it's just, I mean, like I said, I can't talk. I've done the same thing, but it's always kind of funny when it works out that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing I was thinking was that. I was a lot of the things I was clearing for was money, because I still don't think I had a candle at that point. I was looking for. I know there were a couple early dungeons when I found like a split gel room or something, and I was like kept every time I'd go through it, I'd clear it and hope they were on 5 rupees, and they never were. But yeah, I saw a book like right away and candle in the same shop, and once I knew it was a second quest mixed overworld, I was like, we're going to be broke this entire seed, and I was looking for keys and money, and I think, yeah, the first 3 dungeons I found were 7, 4, and 8, I think. And
That sounds good.
And I had cleared a lot of the overworld that I could at that point, and I was thinking, well, I might need to just dig and hope for a recorder or power bracelet or something.
Yeah, one thing that really kind of propelled you a little bit too is that you went back to 7 early and got the wand, whereas RBG was kind of clearing things with a wood sword there for a while, which adds up over time. You know, a few seconds every room ends up to being a few minutes over the course of a seed. I don't know if overall it would have changed the seed because RBG was digging 9. Hi, RBG.
Hi.
But it was fun to cast both of these because it was back and forth. It was like, is Ganon required or not? Because that's kind of what it came down to. And the first one rolled RBG's way, and this one rolled Xarnax's way. So we get a game 3, which is what everybody wanted. Then
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. These were both a lot of fun.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah, the only reason I was digging things in 4 and 5 was playing with the game lead. I was going to go into dungeons that weren't necessarily required for us in hopes to find something. And when I found a ladder in 4 and recorder in 5, and then 9 was under the recorder spot, I'm like, there's no way I'm losing this. I was thinking, there's no reason to go into 4 or 5 based on the Triforces we had and all that stuff, and go past the Triforce in 5 for the item. I'm like,
man.
I'm golden.
So you got into 9 way before me, I presume.
I doubt it.
And then had to go back out to find silvers.
Nope.
No, it was not way before you. It was
Oh, okay.
a minute or 2. Yeah.
I found her room. I found a compass. I identified the compass room. Found the compass.
Yeah.
Went down to her room, and I was like, man. And I was hoping, because I'd only found 1 item in 9. I was hoping silvers were in 9. So I like started to dig towards the northeast. And
Man, I just felt like I literally cleared the entire overworld. I cleared it every spot I could before I dug 3, which had the power bracelet. Then I went and cleared all the power bracelet spots, and then went to 5 and got the recorder. And so by the time I even found 9, I was like, man, I was sweating bullets. And like, yeah, I got the compass as well, and it was such a stressful decision, like whether I should just check her room and see if Ganon's required, or because I had heard the roar already.
right.
So then I was like, should I kill Ganon first and then go and make sure I can get in there? Oh man, yeah, I knew it had to be close. I felt I pretty much 100%ed that seed. I think there was 1 other level that was recorder blocked.
6.
Yes. Yes. So I never found 6, but I got every item out of every other level.
6 had to be the southwest spot. It was the only one I didn't blow, or maybe the spot west of 3.
Okay.
Was the only 2 that I
Yeah.
didn't check, but no, like I said, I mean, once I found, because I was in non-required dungeons, right? Like finding items that were important in the seed. So I'm sitting here thinking, man, I'm golden, you know. And then I saw the dot done, and I'm like, you did the same things. What the hell?
Yeah. Jake Coper was asking me, or was kind of asking if, maybe you felt like you were behind. And I'm like, well, you went into level 4, which isn't required for a ladder, and dug a recorder out of level 5, which was ladder blocked in order to get a recorder, in order to get to level 9. At an hour in, I'm not feeling behind at all.
Heck
So I'm
no,
right there.
I was walking through 9 feeling okay. I really was. Even after finding her door that didn't open, I still felt okay, based on everything that I'd seen in the seed before it. But, well, I mean, that was my mentality going in, up 1-0, was if we have any Triforces, I'm still going to dig those dungeons, because if I find anything, he's got to make the exact same play. And he happened to do that. And GG's, I mean, you ran it faster than I did, but I was I was very surprised at the dot done when I saw it.
Book helped a lot.
Yeah. See, and I used money on bombs and resources, and I never got the book. And like they said, I went to 7 kind of later because I saw the blue whiz robes there, and I'm like, I'm just going to put it off because there's only one item there, and I knew Heart Shuffle was off. So I'm like, I'll go into 8 before I go into 7. Well, I actually went into 7 before that and found the wand and Triforce very early, but it was 2/3 of the way through the seed before I did that.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. So Xarnax did 7 or before 4 and did not have the ladder or anything yet. But I don't think you even went north, did you? Wasn't there a way to go north beyond the map room?
Yeah, I just went south.
I didn't really understand that. Like, the game is giving you this nice, easy path to the north where you walk up there, or you can go through 8 blue wizards. And I guess.
Well, again, I would not have done that. I was playing contrarian. Like, that's just how I mentally was approaching this. Was let me go the way that would be the toughest to go, and if I happen to find something early, and I found wand and Triforce, and I'm like, all right, that was the way to go. Maybe somebody else went the other way, but that's exactly the mindset that I had going into this. I mean, now going to game 3, I'm going to go the way you're probably supposed to go.
Yeah, I think I was really helped by not it took me way too long to identify those dungeons. I remember going in,
like right off the bat.
What's that?
I said 8 and 7 were easy, like because you started on the right side. It was like
I marked 8. I didn't like as soon as I think I was 2 rooms into 8 and then marked it as 8, and then I found 7 and went a couple rooms in, and then I think the Triforce is like right there, right?
It was right past the blue Israel. Well, past the wand.
Okay.
The room past the wand. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, maybe I think I think I marked it. I had them both marked as 8 for a while. I don't know why I got confused on that. Probably because I was thinking shapes, maybe? I don't know. Like, I know I got the Triforce out of 7 and saw that it was an 8th spot. And then I was like, okay, so that might have been shapes 8, and the one that I had marked as 8 is 7, or something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking maybe shapes were in play or something, because I didn't see enough of either of them to rule out shapes at that point.
It's wild at the beginning when you've got unknown dungeons, and then it happens to be second quest, which is flipping your Triforces also. So you can't even confirm unless you know the map. You can't confirm for 3 or 4 rooms and a Triforce what you're actually dealing with.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Okay, I'm remembering now when I was in 4. I think I was maybe 5 or 6 rooms in, and I saw I was in one of the blank rooms. So I didn't have a map, but I pulled up my mini map and saw that there wasn't a black square in the room that I was in. Mm-hmm. And so then I knew I was in 4. And it wasn't until after I got the second item and I up and A'd, and then I went back in, and then I was like, wait a second, we started with 5's Triforce, which actually would be 4 if we're on second quest. So I was digging it just to get info and items, and got lucky and found both of them fairly quickly.
Yeah, the mistake I made in 4, I mean, like I said, I knew what it was, like right when I walked in, based on the shape and whatnot that we were going through, but I went up, and if I would have gone right, it's 2 rooms to the right, and I probably did 80% of that level 4, found an item and left. Oh yeah, and I missed the silvers. I was in 4 for a while. Took a transport, found 1 item, and then as soon as I found the ladder, I bounced because I'm like, I've got this Triforce. I just found an important item. Let's get out of here. Oh well, it happens.
Well, sounds like there were fun races to watch. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them both back for sure.
Yeah, you both did the top section of 4 first, I think, but then Xarnax kind of just went down the right, and not sure what happened to Redbirdgrad, but Xarnax's clear was faster, both because he went the right way and found the silvers and then the ladder, and then and he also had the wand. So it's just like double impact as far as speeding clearing 4 there.
Yeah, when I first found 7 and we found the blue whiz robes, like a room in, that's the reason I didn't go back there for a while. I said, I want some hearts. I saw the red ring eventually too, and I'm like, well, let me get the red ring before I go back into a Wizard of Dungeons. So I kept finding reasons to put it off, you know.
I found the red ring really early. I had it before I went into 7, I think, or before I went into Dig It for sure.
Yeah.
Probably less than 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
So, question for you guys, and maybe Redbirdgrad in particular. Since I see you don't have Game 3 scheduled, do you know when it might be? And do you know what your loser's remorse might be?
Loser's remorse is Ganon's going to be required for sure.
Nice.
I don't know. We talked about it, didn't we? It was like tomorrow, or I don't know when we said it was going to be. We're pretty open this week. We'll find a night. We'll let everybody know.
Yeah.
It'll be soon.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't really talked about it other than we both know that we're wide open.
Yeah. It'll be soon.
Okay.
We got stuff to do. We're both working on things, man.
All right. Well, that was a great race, and we're all looking forward to Game 3, I'm sure. Do you guys have any final thoughts before we let everyone move on with their night?
Just thanks as always to...
Yeah, same here. GG's again, Xarnax, and thanks for taking 3 hours of your night, guys, and calling these. We appreciate it.
GG.
It was fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for racing. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to SpeedGaming for restreaming. Thanks to Pro Infernape in the background doing our tracking. Thank you, Jake Hoper, for calling the night with me. It's been a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
A couple of good games. Come back tomorrow. We've got more. I'm not sure what the schedule looks like, but I'm sure we can get that up for you there in the chat. But thank you all, and have a good night. And go follow everybody.
Looks like there's a game between Thorwolf and Fury at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, so that's the next race that's on the schedule.
Final
See y'all
four,
then.
isn't it? It's Final Four.